whenever you want.
All right, ready?
Okay.
Green Lounge LA, Matt Boots Entertainment, Angel Clubhouse Empire presents The Struggle. I'm Hove, of course, and today I'm sitting with
Queen Carter.
All right, thank you for coming, Queen.
Yes, thank you so much.
All right, so as you guys know, we interview comics, artists, you name it, right? We interview the people that's coming up, and that's actually out in the street performing their craft and getting better. So today, Queen, we want to sit with you because there's a lot of shit going on in the comic world, wouldn't you say?
Yes, there is.
What you got going? Let's start with you. What you got going on in the comedic world?
Well, I'm performing like at least 4 to 5 times a week, and sometimes I'm
Performing 3 to 4 times a week.
Yeah.
Let's be clear. What are you performing? Magic?
Well, comedy, of course.
Okay, just double checking. There's some people that perform 3 to 4 times a week, and they don't want to tell their kids.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Performing comedy about 4 to 5 times a week. Usually, I'm a host during those times. Sometimes you get into a little conflict here and there. Being a host, because you have to. Get comedians together, and then
comedians is assholes.
Comedians are assholes, of course.
Why are comedians so into themselves?
Well, I think that a lot of comedians are clout chasers, to be honest.
Damn, did you just put down? You supposed to protect them.
To be honest, I'm a down-to-earth comedian.
Okay.
So my little 1,200 followers, I'm comfortable with.
Okay.
So if me as a host tries to get someone with 200,000 followers, and if it's an open mic, they're like, ugh, I don't really want to be on an open mic, or that's not a good look for me, because they're clout chasers. I don't have the following that they're looking for to be on my show. So sometimes I get denied when I try to book comics.
Isn't that kind of funny, though, because I know certain comedians, they have 200,000 followers or something like that, To be honest, they do. And yet they're in the club with me. You would think with 200,000 followers on Instagram, TikTok, whatever platform they have, that you would think, okay, they should be running at your door.
Right.
But you're here with me.
What
does that say about the craft?
I mean, it says a lot. It speaks many different volumes, because they can either have bought their followers, and they're like,
what? People buy followers?
People buy followers.
Gosh.
People definitely buy followers, and then it messes up, the sales when someone, like a producer, books a comedian, like, oh, they got 200K followers, they're about to sell out our show, and then nobody shows up, and then it's like, I don't think this person is really who they are trying to predict to be.
No, this is all organic. I've been doing this for years.
Yeah. So it's a shady game, but a lot of people can play the part well. So they can buy their followers and be really funny and make it seem like it's real. It's organic. It's organic followers, but they're not. They can also buy likes as well, which I just found out about. So
how do you think that affects like the real comedians who go out at dive bars and open mics?
I mean, well, it kind of shits on all of the hard work that we do. Because people would see the comedians with all of these hundreds of thousands of followers and feel like they're super duper funny, and book them instead of someone with 1,000 followers or 500 followers who's extremely funny, or probably more funny than the comedians with the 100,000K. Right. So I don't know. It just kind of ricochets into the organic comedians, because those people, the comedians with the 100,000 followers, they're given clout over us, if that makes sense. So
I don't know.
They'll potentially get booked more, if that makes sense.
I think people have gotten good at just using algorithm. As a business owner,
Hmm.
a comedian comes out. If you can't keep my ADHD attention, you're not funny to me.
Right.
Right? Because
Right,
comedy
right,
is
right.
supposed to be like boom, boom, boom.
Right.
It's designed for people with
True.
ADHD because
True.
there's the high you get of laughing at what the
You're
comedian's
absolutely
saying.
right. Yeah.
So I think it's a little bit easier to detect with comedians because then you never book them again. Like, hey, bro bought his likes, bro garbage. But then, what can you say because you know that with comedy, it's all about reps too.
Right.
So, what do you think about the fake it to make it then? Because that's pretty much what it is, fake it to make it.
I mean, sometimes you have to. I mean,
I think we should kill that.
I know.
I think we should switch it in for put it in the work. Put it in the work.
I'm very much for putting in the work. Other comedians aren't, because when you go and audition for like an acting role, the one thing that they're going to ask you is, how many followers do you have? You know, how many followers do you have on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook? So people are buying their followers so they can get on these bigger platforms so they can make it. You know what I mean? So the whole fake it till you make it thing is being driven by a lot of people.
See, you know what? I love the independent route with it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've done shows together, right?
Mhm.
And you can literally have 1,000 followers, and if they're real followers, and they pay $10, how much is that?
I mean,
That's 10 grand.
That's 10 grand, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'd rather have that than 20,000 fake followers, 200,000, because that's gonna equal to nothing.
Nothing.
Because they don't come out to the show, they don't buy merch. You got the like, but do they pay for likes?
Yeah.
How many likes you got to get so you can get paid?
I'm not sure about that.
That
I'm not
part.
Sure about that. Yeah,
that part. You
right,
get what I'm saying? You
right,
can get all the
right.
likes in the world, but is that going to pay you?
Right.
So, what do you think about comedians who say, which is one of my favorite things, I can't wait to smack it. Every time I hear this saying I'm about to say, I'll be wanting to smack them in the head. Because business is based on customers.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about when the comedians say, I don't like bringer shows? Who do you think has the right to say that to?
I feel like the only people that have the right to say that is somebody that's well off established. Well off, like.
Like Dave.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you
Something
get to
like
say Dave
someone-
now.
yeah,
He's
right.
Yeah. Dave
Chappelle, of course. Someone who's super well off, absolutely. He doesn't need to bring people with him. But most times, they probably will. All of these people have posses at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
They do.
That follow them, that support them. They have a whole team that come with them, you know, possibly everywhere they go. So for other people, well, the lower comedians, lower level comedians like myself, it's important to have people supporting you. You know,
It is.
that's just how I feel.
I think so too. I think
Yeah.
the comedian community needs to ixnay that.
Hmm.
Because I see a lot of older comedians who've been around 17 years,
Mhm.
and they be in the show with somebody that, excuse me, they be on the show with somebody who's just not doing it.
Mhm.
And they put on this persona just because you've been doing something for 17 years doesn't mean you've been doing something right for 17 years.
Mhm.
You're still in the room with somebody who's just starting.
Right.
That should be kind of a connotation or a click in your head. Something should click in your head like, why am I still at square one?
Right.
But they go ahead and they put like they traumas of the industry on to the new comedian.
Yes.
And they give them their mindset and they say, oh, I don't do no bringer shows. You know, I've been doing this 17 years. You gotta, and they be lying. They be at a
Yeah.
dive bar talking about they don't do bringer shows.
Yeah.
But what's more of a bringer show than a dive bar?
Right.
Right? And if you don't bring people out, are you a comedian?
No. I mean, you're not a true comedian. You don't have a following.
Yeah.
No one thinks you're funny.
What's up with that in their head? They say, I don't do bringer shows, but if you do a Netflix special, the only reason you're doing it is because you bring people out.
Yeah.
Where did we get this from?
I just feel like people, like I say, clout chase to make themselves seem like they're superior than others. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think it's self-sabotage?
I think it's self-sabotage. I
Or-
think that it's a matter of putting anxiety onto other comedians as well. That's like, that don't really know the business that well. You know, they try to scare them off. I feel like, because it happened to me when I first started.
Yeah?
Yeah. of
What was they
course.
doing?
I mean, there would be like people like, oh, you shouldn't be at this particular spot. Like, you should be at this spot where I'm at. And have you performed here before? Because I have. And, you know, if it's like a well-established, if it's like a well-known establishment.
Oh, you talking about the Big Five? The Big Three? Laugh Factory?
It's, you're looked at.
The Comedy
as if-
Chateau?
Right. You're looked at as if you're not a great comic.
Can we talk about that? Okay, so first of all, the top three, like I said, Comedy Chateau, Laugh Factory, the comedy, the Ice
Hollywood
House,
Improv.
the Hollywood Improv. Okay, so though they have their own crowd, when you get off the stage as a comedian, that is not your crowd,
True.
right?
True.
And when you get on that stage, yeah, you're performing a job of a comic, right? Because you're comic relief.
Right.
Them fools ain't leaving with you. You can't bring their crowd to
No.
the Sunset Rooftop. They're not following you.
No.
That's their crowd.
Yeah.
So just because you perform there does not make you established. But why do they pretend like it does?
Because it's a well-known place and they're considered.
So I've been to Magic Mountain.
Right.
Does that make me a Bugs Bunny?
Yeah, I mean, that's how people run it. It's just like, you know, people that have nice cars. They're looked at over someone with a Toyota.
Do you think it's time to shake up the comedy community?
I think that it is.
What would be something you shake up?
I mean, I feel like I'm kind of doing that already.
Are you
Like,
doing it already?
I feel like I am.
Okay,
Like, as
pop
being
your
a
shit down.
host, like, I try to book comedians. Like, I try to show other people that you can have 100K followers and still do an open mic and bomb.
How about most comedians bomb more than they do good?
You know what I mean? So most times the open mics can be the hardest because usually the audience are mostly comedians. So it's pretty much like a critiquing audience. So if you're not really, really funny, you can't get another comedian to laugh, right?
You
Because
could. They
they're-
just got a whole.
Because they're
Comedians are
critiquing
haters.
you.
No, they
right,
just haters.
and they're haters as well. But they're critiquing everything that you're saying. You have to be really funny to make other comedians laugh. You know what I mean? And so it just goes from there. And so that's how I feel like I'm shaking it up because I put comedians that feel like they're up there in the position with the rest of the comedians that feel like they're not so high as the others. Put them in the same room, and I let them do their thing and see
Who's funny?
who's funny.
We should have an independent mainstream.
Yeah, I see how that pans out. Because
Let's
it's
see.
very interesting.
Yeah, because
Very
like
interesting.
people are okay. So I know people who go in front of old people and tell jokes, and them old people laugh because they're bored. Probably like at like a funeral home, one of them old church events.
Yeah.
But if you take your butt to a regular club, nobody laughing. We just looking at you like, bruh, you're not even relevant. Like,
Not relevant.
how do you make sure you're not that person when you're a comedian? Like, how do you be like, okay, I'm telling these jokes. Have I lost it? How do you pick that up? Besides people looking at you like, nigga, what you here for?
Honestly, for me, what I do as a comic, I fill out the room. When I walk in, I see the different diversities of the room.
Okay.
I fill out the energy a little bit, you know, see if they from the hood, see if they're sophisticated, see if they're old people there. And I have a lot of jokes already planted in my head. And I just pull out the right ones that I feel like would, you know, give them a good time for that night.
Okay, so you telling us about these shows. Where's your show at? Because I heard you got a show. Where was it at? Downey?
So we're hosting, I usually host at the Sunset Rooftop.
Okay.
And then I'm going to be working with you guys soon on that. And I have some other business going on for the Comedy Chateau.
Let's go.
And I have a date coming up for the Fourth Wall.
Okay.
Yeah. So, a couple of places that I'm going to be, working on as far as a host. So, it's pretty exciting.
And is that the end goal, is to be a host, or what's your end goal?
My end goal is just to level up.
How far are you going to level up?
And to exceed to the maximum. I want to make it, of course. I want me a few mansions. So I'm just trying to get there and, of course, get my name out there more. Because during COVID, I kind of did comedy like sporadically. You know what I mean? Like I kind of stopped, but not really. Because a lot of the comedy shows were closed up and there wasn't really much comedy clubs to go to, to perform during COVID. So during that time, I was just kind of like all over the place. Mostly all of us were as comedians. And I just feel like right now I'm just kind of honestly starting back over.
Okay.
And I just feel like now I just want to take it up a notch because I started off in 2017, and I was never a host.
How does it feel to be a host? What's so good about it that you like?
I feel like I can show off my talent more. I'm very diverse as a character, so I feel like it could show people, that I'm really funny as well, and that I can pull together a good crowd and make those changes, like I was saying. I want to be in charge of making changes in the industry.
Top 3 comedians that influenced you. Who are they?
Top 3 comedians. I would say Monique.
Monique. Okay, that's a good one.
Monique, I love me some Monique. Who else? Samora.
Yeah?
Yeah, I love me some Samora. Dang, I love a lot of male comics too. Like Capone. Oh my God, he's funny.
Who?
Capone.
Yeah?
Capone.
Okay.
Capone is funny. Capone is funny. I know it's 2 Capones.
Yeah, I just got some. You got Boo Capone. And
right, Capone.
You got a couple Capones.
Yeah, Capone. Capone is hilarious. Bernie Mac.
Yeah, that was great.
Bernie Mac. I know I went to like 4 now, but Bernie Mac, I'll stop at Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac is my all-time favorite.
Why Bernie Mac your all-time?
Bernie Mac is my all-time favorite. I compare myself to him because he used to do real-life events that happened to him, and that's what I do. Mm-hmm. I just jot down maybe little bullet points of what happened, but I don't really sit and write and how can I be funny? That's what a lot of other comedians do. Sit, write, and think of jokes. But I take things that happen to me and put it out on stage. And that's what Bernie Mac used to do.
Right.
He used to talk about his nieces, his auntie.
Well, he admitted to child abuse. And we just all thought it was funny the way he
talk
did.
About himself. That's me.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I definitely compare myself.
So, are you going to transition to like sitcoms?
I mean, I want to transition into acting. That's what I'm actually
Who would you
moving
be? What role would
now.
Be like the ideal role for Miss Queen Carter?
Action.
Action Carter?
Yes.
That'd be the name?
I mean, you mean like...
Yeah, what would be the best role for you? When you say action, what, you going to be the person punching people or something?
I mean, yes. I'm very much into the whole Angelina Jolie vibe.
Oh, okay. So you on Tomb Raider or some shit?
Yeah. Yes. That is totally me. I mean, but I can switch it up, though. I can switch it up. I can be like a sweet lover or like, do some romantic movies. But I would love to be... like
2 pistols and some Daisy Dukes going in the cave. Finding
some guns, some swords. Because I play with knives anyway on a daily. So.
Okay, so now we know she crazy.
So I know a few tricks
Kids
in
don't play
real
with knives
life.
at home.
I know tricks in real life, so it's like an infatuation.
What you mean you know some tricks in real life? Would you spend the night?
Yeah, I mean butterfly knives are my favorite. So like, yeah, I play with tricks. I play with knives. I'm tongue twisting. I play with knives on a daily. So
Okay, so
I
don't
have
report this to your
swords,
probation officer.
yeah, I have katanas. I have all of that.
You have katana, so
Yeah.
on the weekends you're a Mortal Kombat character. At night,
Every day I'm a Mortal Kombat character.
what is the fascination with knives?
I think it's more so the ability to know how to have this gift and the profession of different things. I like to be versatile. So martial arts, weapons, I love it all.
Okay.
Different accents.
So if they don't laugh at your jokes, you cut them up, literally.
no, I'm a sweetheart. But like that's why I'm so like all over the place. Like for most people, I'm hard to figure out because I'll talk to them in patois, and then I'll go to British, and then I'll sound like Spanish or something. Like
They call that
I'll be all over the
psychotic,
place.
man. Multiple personality disorder.
Multiple personalities, but hey, what's an actress? What's an actor?
A well-paid multiple personality. No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I live into that. I used to act for the Hollywood Improv with their acting and their plays and everything like that when I was like 17, 18. So, and then I just rolled into comedy.
You said now you're gonna roll back into acting?
Yep.
Okay, so
Yeah.
if you have any words of wisdom to the future comic, whether you're old or young, what would you say to them?
I would say be yourself. Don't let anybody
Why does everybody say that?
be yourself because it's so easy to cultivate others' personalities. You know what I mean? People have strong, big personalities like me, which I've seen try to get replicated before, by other comics. And there's only one you. So I would tell somebody there's only one you. Always be yourself. Stay authentic, stay creative, and always keep learning because we never know everything.
You're right.
Always keep learning.
Okay. So y'all heard her. Make sure you check her out. She said Comedy Chateau. Of course, Sunset Rooftop, where we be at too. We be popping. And check her out on Epic Live.
Epic Live.
In the meantime, we love you. We appreciate you.
Fort Lauderdale.
We respect you. But